Hello guys, I'm Kris from the FPL Dude and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video for the 2020-2021 season. In today's video I'm going to build a wildcard template that I hope will last to the end of the season. Of course you will need to make a few adjustments along the way, but we get one free transfers every week, so use it wisely. As always, I start by choosing a defender. There are three teams in particular that I really like and I'm going to target. Is City, they've allowed only 13 goals so far, Tottenham, they've allowed 17, Aston Villa have allowed 18, and then two teams that have pretty good defense. Arsenal, that have allowed only 19, and West Ham have allowed 22. And then I'm going to target some teams because of their defensive fixtures. So to begin with, I'll go for the best defensive team that I believe will do really good in the next couple of games and have done excellent in the last couple of games. Is Manchester City and the best player is Diaz. I'm not going for Stones right now, even though I think Stones offers excellent clean sheet potential as well. He has the same potential as Diaz, he's even cheaper. So if you do not have the money, you should definitely go for Stones instead of Diaz, but this team I'm building will not be that expensive, mainly because we don't have Kevin De Bruyne, no Sterling, no Salah, no Mane, no Vardy, so we miss out on 5 elite players, but I miss out on Liverpool players mainly because they've scored only 1 goal in the last 5 games. As you can see, Liverpool have been terrible. They did manage to score a goal only against West Brom, and that was like 4 or 5 games ago, so I don't think they're that good to choose. Vardy is injured, Kevin De Bruyne is injured, Sterling, he's a big question mark because he does cost a lot of money, he takes a lot of place from the team, so I will not be going for Sterling in this wildcard as well. I'll go with slightly different option from the same team that I'm going to explain to you in a while. So yeah, Diaz is my first option. He offers us excellent clean sheet potential. He has done brilliantly in the last couple of games and throughout the whole season as well. He has around 10 clean sheet I think, and now he plays against West Brom, Sheffield and Burnley in the next 3 upcoming games. Then it's Liverpool, and if Liverpool stays out of form like this, I do believe that he has excellent clean sheet potential in this game as well. Then it's Tottenham, that's a bit tougher match because Kane and Son have been very consistent. They have very good season, one of the best seasons they've had so far. So that's a tough game. Arsenal, they are very informed lately. Just look at Arsenal lately. They've scored 11 goals and allowed only 1 goal. They played easy games: Newcastle, Crystal Palace, West Brom, Brighton, and out of form Chelsea, but it's very good. It's impressive they allowed only 1 goal, just as City did. The next very good defensive team in the last 5 games are Manchester United, but they did allow only 2 goals, so I will actually go for Manchester United defender. And it's going to be Wan-Bissaka. I was gonna choose between him and Maguire. I don't think it's a bit of a difference. If you go for Maguire, that's very good as well. They have very good potential to start, they have very good potential for clean sheet. They offer us a bit of a different attacking FPL return potential, but it's a bit of the same. Like Wan-Bissaka likes to make more crosses, create more chances, while Maguire push high on corners and he have chance to score a goal because he likes to take a lot of shots as well. So you can choose between Wan-Bissaka and Maguire, you will not be mistaken. The next player that I'm going with is one from the Aston Villa team. I mainly target Aston Villa now because they do play against Burnley in Gameweek 20. That is excellent, and I'll go for target because I will not always start this player. I mainly focus on him for this upcoming game against Burnley now. So for 4.6 million, he offers excellent potential for clean sheet and a slight attacking return potential as well. He can be easily benched for that low price, so it's not a problem. So yeah, this is gonna be the trio that I'm going to start in Game Week 20 if I wildcard now in Game Week before Game Week 20. The first midfielder that I'm going to go with is Grealish. They play against very good oppositions in Game Week 20. It's Burnley, then they have Southampton, West Ham, Arsenal, Brighton, then tough Leicester game, then Leeds, Wolves, Newcastle, Sheffield and Fulham. So Aston Villa players are players that you want to have for this run of 10 fixtures. They have only 2 red games when it comes to attacking FPL fixtures, is Leicester and Arsenal. In all of these other games they have excellent potential to score. In many of these games even potential to score even more than 1 or 2 goals. So this is the main reason I'm targeting Aston Villa players, and I really do like their fixtures. And I really like Grealish. He's a player that have scored 5 goals and earned 10 FPL assists so far, so he's an excellent asset to own, especially on a wild card. And now instead of De Bruyne, because he's injured, we need someone else from that Manchester City team, and this time is going to be Gundogan. I really like his style lately. He likes to push high. The difference between him now and him before is that he likes to take a lot of shots as well. He gets inside the box a lot. He creates chances as well, and now with Kevin De Bruyne's absence, I really do believe that Gundogan is the next one on penalties. Sterling might do it, but Sterling is not a great penalty taker, so Mbappe is a bit harsh when it comes to stuff like that. So I do believe Gundogan is going to be penalty taker from now on, at least for those next couple of games when Kevin De Bruyne is missing. And as for the next player now, as always, I'm going with Fernandes. He's been fantastic this season, very in form, excellent season. He is very one of the best players this season. He scored 11 goals, 9 FPL assists. The upcoming fixture look amazing as well. They play Sheffield, Arsenal, Southampton, Everton, West Brom and Newcastle as 6 next upcoming games. So this looks amazing. They have excellent potential to score against Sheffield, Southampton, Everton, West Brom and Newcastle. That Arsenal match is going to be a bit tougher because they're very in form. As I said, they've allowed only 1 goal in the last 5 games and scored even 11. It might be the fixtures. They've had pretty easy fixtures, but it's still very good. They're not the only team that have had easy fixtures, but they've done really good, yes. So Bruno Fernandes seemed like an excellent player to own. On a wildcard, he offers excellent potential for captaincy in so many games. This week he plays against Sheffield United in Game Week 20, where I believe I will play him as a captain. So yeah. My next midfielder that I'm going to pick is Maddison. He's been really excellent in the last couple of games. He even managed to score now 2 goals in 2 games, I think. 3 goals in 3 games, that is. So he's an excellent player to own. He was injured in some games, so he did miss out in Game Week 16. Yeah, he missed out in Game Week 16 because he was injured. So he managed to get FPL return in 4 of the last 4 games he did manage to play. So he's an excellent player. Worth only 7.1 million. His upcoming fixtures do not look that bad either. Game Week 20, they play against Everton away. That's the only tough fixture that I believe he has. And Liverpool in Game Week 24, but the rest of the games look amazing. I mean, he does not have any other red fixture up to Game Week 36. So he's a player that you just bring on a wildcat and you keep him until the end of the season. If he continues to deliver, that is. I believe he will continue. Mainly because of the fixtures and mainly because he is a good player that likes to create, that likes to take shots, that likes to push high. So Maddison is an excellent player to own. And now for my last midfielder that I'm going to buy is Rashford. And I'm going to start this midfielder, so I'm going with 3-5-2 formation for this next one. I'll have Rashford only for 1 game week. I target Rashford only for that Sheffield United game week in Game Week 20. Then I'm going to change Rashford to Son in Game Week 21, before Game Week 21. with that free transfer I'm gonna have. I don't like taking hits, so I'm just gonna go simple Rashford to Son. And as for the strikers now, I'll go with Kane. Even though he might play now against Liverpool, he then plays against Brighton, Chelsea and West Brom. Chelsea are completely out of form, so I believe he has excellent potential to score. He has excellent potential to score in that Brighton game, in that West Brom game. I mean, he has potential to score even in that Liverpool game. Liverpool have been very, very bad lately. I mean, they lost to Burnley 0-1 a few days ago. So I don't see why would Harry Kane not have a chance against this team this week. So yeah, I will not risk it on Son maybe, because I do think that Rashford is a better option for this week. But for next week, yeah, I'm going definitely for Son as well. So Harry Kane is a player that I'm going to pick. Look at his stats for this season. Like, he has been amazing. He has 12 goals in 11 assists. That's the highest goal percentage that a Premier League player have been involved in this season. So he's one of the best attacking assets in the Premier League, especially in the Fantasy Premier League. My next player is going to be Antonio. He's a player that we really like. He has scored 2 goals in 2 games now after his return from injury. Yeah, 2 goals from 2 games. And before that he was like injured a lot of times. Then he started 1 game, got injured again, got injured for like missed out on 5 games, got few minutes playing time, got a bit more minutes playing time, then he started getting starts. So yeah, he's an excellent player too. The upcoming fixture do not look that bad either. They play against out of form Crystal Palace in game week 20, and then game week 21 is actually where I'm going to bench him. Many of you might criticize me for benching such an expensive player, but if you have the money, if you have the economy, and you don't spend it all on these elite players that everybody wants to spend on, you will have the budget to actually have good rotation option throughout the next upcoming games, and you will be able to make a good planning to earn the highest amounts of maximum FPL points per game week you can get. And as for the goalkeeper, I'm going with Schmeichel. I believe that they have excellent potential for clean sheet in the next 10 to 15 games, because they do have excellent upcoming fixtures. They're not that bad when it comes to defense either. Plus, Michael is a keeper that likes to make few saves every here and now and then. He might cost a lot, 5.5 millions, but when you have cheap team like this, you will have the money. So I have a cheap team, but I still have Kane and Fernandes. I mean, I still have 2 very good captaincy options. Then I will be able to bring in Son next week as well. I own Rashford and Madison. Gundogan is an excellent target. Grealish, very informed, very good player playing for Aston Villa team that likes to create chances, that likes to defend well. So yeah, this is pretty much how I will line up. My second goalkeeper is going to be Martinez, as I really like him. He's a safe pick always. They don't have that tough upcoming fixtures either, but if you don't wish to go for a second keeper and want to go for like 4 million keeper just to fill out the spot, you can just go for anyone. That's fine as well. If that's your strategy, if you don't want to have someone to rotate with, that's fine. I mean, a lot of players don't do that. A lot of players rotate, a lot of players don't rotate. So that's just up to you. That's your own FPL strategy. To choose my first bench warmer now is going to be someone very controversial, and many of you might criticize me for benching him. Is going to be Calvert-Lewin. But before you criticize me, just listen me out. I really like Calvert-Lewin. He is an excellent attacker. He has scored 11 goals already and earned 4 FPL assists. He plays for a team that likes to create chances, and when they're all together, they play excellent. Like, look at their form in the last 5 games. They've scored 7 goals and allowed only 3, so they even managed to win 4 out of 5 games. And now when he's back, I do believe that they will continue to do good. But I will bench him only for game week 20 because they play Leicester. And that game is a bit tough. I don't know, maybe he has a chance to score, but it's not that high because I cannot bench Grealish or Gundogan or Fernandes, Maddison or Rashford instead of him in the next game week. So I'm going to play him for game week 21, then bench Antonio for game week 21 when they play against Liverpool. So I have excellent rotation here. I've planned out one transfer, Rashford to Son as well. That seems pretty good. And as for the first defender replacement, I really like Cresswell, but he costs 5.4 million, and I really don't want to spend 5.4 million on yet another bench where mine is not even my first option. So I'm going with someone else from that same team, and that's going to be Kufal. I mean, he costs only 4.7 million, so you can easily fit in every team. He could be excellent player to play or excellent player to place on the bench. Their upcoming fixtures are a bit shady. Few of them look pretty good, but few of them are terrible, so I can potentially rotate him for those easy games and then bench him for those tough ones. And now for the last defender pick, I'm going with someone very, very cheap. It's going to be Mitchell. He costs only 3.9 million. I mean, you could potentially go for someone more expensive if you have the money, but I don't see why would anyone go for someone more expensive, especially when you use him as a third bench wormer. Like, there is very, very tiny slight chance that he is going to start because all of these other players are starters as well. Many of them are like key players to the team, so they will not be able to miss out on any games. So I don't think Mitchell is ever going to start, but you never know, you know? You never know. Crystal Palace have really easy upcoming fixtures. They play Wolves, Newcastle, Leeds, Burnley, Brighton, Fulham in the next 5-6 games. If they manage to turn around their form, I do believe that Tyrick Mitchell is going to increase in price. And if he continues to get starting place in this team, he is definitely going to increase in price. So you want him before that. Same as Calvert-Lewin now when he's back and has good upcoming fixtures. If he manages to score a goal in the next game or the game 21 or in game week 21, many people will jump on it again because there are not so many better options. Perhaps Bamford is a good option as well. And Wilson has easy upcoming fixtures, but Wilson plays for Newcastle and they've been terrible lately, so I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, this is pretty much it. It costs around 101 million. So if you have the money, you could potentially go for this team or make some slightly alternative or make some slightly changes along the way. And as I said before, this is not expensive team because we don't have. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.